Hello and welcome back to another episode of Marine Escapades. How have you all been? I hope you've all been keeping well. Hope you've had a nice weekend. I had an okay weekend. In today's episode, what's a few things we want to get done, to be honest. I want to start some lantern production going. Because we have the bees. We've moved the bees over, which was excellent. And they are there or thereabouts. They're going to basically start to... what's the word? I think it's not spawn. When it's ready to harvest, I can't remember the name of it anyway. When it's ready to harvest the bees and stuff, and yeah, that's almost ready to go and stuff. But before that, we're going to go into our usual standpoint of our little time lapse just to catch you up with what's been going on, and this will be accompanied by my last music for the season, so covering winter. So we've done spring, we've done summer, we've done autumn, and this next music is going to be about winter. Okay, enjoy it. I hope you have fun, and I will catch you in a minute. Okay.
When the snowflakes fall and the green fades away, the temperature drops as the skies turn gray. The crops have all failed, the trees stand so bare. How will we live with no harvest to share? Winter is here to claim her main prize. Winter is here to claim all our lives. Long will the winter rule over this land. The cold and the darkness now commence. But we worked all year, prepared for this day. Stores full of grain and soup pots that stay. The fire burns bright, the wood pile stands tall. We'll wait out the storm, safe within these walls. Winter is here to claim her main prize. Winter is here to claim all our lives. On will the winter rule over this land. The cold and the darkness now commence. Snug in our homes, wrapped up so tight. Food fills our shelves, the future looks bright. Winter is here to claim her main prize. Winter is here to claim all our lives. Long will the winter rule over this land. The cold and the darkness now commend. The cold and the darkness now commend. The cold and the darkness now commend.
So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed a little update of what's been going on the world and stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the music as well. So first things first, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping to start off with. I've installed some mods. Okay, so I've installed 8 mods, which are more lanterns, bird's eye, block pick, Carry On, Chisel Tools Light, Cinematic Camera, Limestone from Caves, and View Distance Toggler. Now, the ones I've picked are pretty much, apart from, I'd say, the Limestone from Caves, the vast majority of the actual mods I've picked don't really impact the actual playstyle. The vintage story doesn't really impact the vintage story much at all. The Limestone from Caves is it's a mod which basically means that if you mine up the stalactites or stalagmites from caves, it's basically limestone, which I think that actually follows actual real life and stuff. I think stalactites and stalagmites are made out of like calcium and limestone anyway, so that's just a normal thing. And there's also a resin one. I have did I do the resin one? I don't know if I did the resin one or not, to be honest. Let me just check my little book again. I've got a little notepad. Resin. No, I didn't. I still might basically install a resin mod as well. The problem with the resin mods, basically, there's none actual up-to-date ones. They're all out of date. Well, they're all saying they're out of date anyway. So I'll just do a quick run through of some of them and what they do. Well, first off, we'll do the block pick one. So the block pick one is one of my favorites. Now, according to the mod database, this is outdated, so it's not supposed to work, but it does work. So I've got some rammed earth in my inventory, and this is also rammed earth. Okay, so if I click the middle button on my mouse, it comes in my inventory. It's just for building purposes. It just makes life easier. A block pick mod. So I know basically I use this. I'm absolutely certain Covers uses it because he's the one who introduced me to it. Really good mod, really helpful, but especially when you're building and stuff. Just good all in all. Now, the next one basically is like a view distance one, and it's a little bit quirky. I'll put it that way. So if you go out this way and then you press minus, it lets you go out further. Now you have to be careful because it will distort your pitch if you do it too fast. So I'm going to say you got a really good view from there and stuff. And if I come out of this view, it kind of like stays like that. I'll show you. F5. So see what I mean? So you kind of have to be a little bit, you know, just bring yourself back down again. There you go. And then it should be okay, I think. Well, let me just check my settings. Field of view, no. You come all the way down to 69. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yeah, so it is a little bit quirky, but I like the extra distance it gives me. So for like cinematic photo shots, and I can take better pictures and stuff, like thumbnails and stuff like that. Next one, Chisel Tools Light. Okay, so Chisel Tools Light only gives you like the most basic of chisel tools. Now, I don't know if it actually show me in this. Yeah, we've got a Chisel Tools guide. So this is Chisel Tools Light, hand planer, hand wedge, pantograph. I don't know if it includes the ladder maker and path maker, paintbrush and paint scrapper. I don't use these. They're quite immersive breaking, because it's like you can paint like wood, vibrant pink and stuff, and it just looks weird. My personal preference, before anyone starts in the comments, it's just my personal preference. So what I probably will do, I'll probably make myself the pantograph, the hand pledge, and the hand wedge. And that's pretty, you know, the hand planer and the hand wedge, the pantograph, and that's pretty much it. That's probably all I'm going to do. And that'll just help me basically do more of this, so I can basically make an actual proper column out of this without painstakingly chiseling out everything. Now, I still need to chisel out the actual bottom block to start off with, but then you can just take a picture with a pantograph and just copy, which some people may say is a little bit cheaty. But I don't think it's that cheaty, to be honest. I suppose it's a little bit cheaty. You must have mentioned cheating and mods in the same word. A lot of people take it the wrong way, by the way. Be careful what you say around people, especially people who create mods. They can be a little bit touchy when it comes to the whole, oh, that's a cheaty mod. Just a word to the wise there. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. So, what else we got? And we got the cinematic camera one, which I need to figure out. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I think it helps when you're doing the whole cinematic cameras for this game. There is a system for it and stuff, quite a complicated one. But yeah, it should be. It should help, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. I need to check it out, to be honest. It just looked good and looked like it could basically bring in quite a bit more stuff to this game and stuff. But yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Right. As you basically would have seen in the actual clip, let's do some work whilst I'm doing this. Let's check our crops whilst I talk in a natural way. So as you probably would have seen from the time lapse, I am really struggling to find certain metals, namely the bismuthite and the cassiterite. Basically, it's the tin. There is sources in multiple different locations on the map, but it's in such small levels, it's just like there's no point in like digging out a whole area just to get it. I'll show you. Let me bring up the map for a second. Right, bring you up. And you can see basically I have been prospecting like big time, so all over the place, I have. Now we do have like cassiterite 0.09, sorry, which is not much at all. So nothing over there. 0.07. Nothing there. Nothing there. 0.05. It's just really, really poor. Now I know basically that cassiterite, that's the best one it says. It says decent, but it's still 0.11, which is pretty shocking, to be honest. Now I know tin basically spawns in very small amounts. You don't get massive holes, but that's really putting a dampener on basically making any like decent progression. I can't mine out quartz, which we need for the glass. Let's do this. So yeah, I can't mine out quartz because I need a better pickaxe. I also can't mine out iron if I find it because I need a higher tier of pickaxe. Now, I have also been looking for bismuth as well, but again, I'm struggling a little bit to find it. Now, I do have some decent sources I've found on the map for bismuth, but as yet, I still haven't found it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop pushing it, which is pretty much what I've been doing. I've been pushing to try to get obviously the next tier of pickaxe and stuff, and I'm just going to try to just go more with the flow, which is basically how Vintage Story is supposed to be played, just to go with the flow of the actual game and stuff. So when we find it, we find it. I'm not going to basically specifically go out my way to basically look for it. Put it that way. So we will have to do a bit of caving today, but I've made myself a lantern so you should be able to see everything that's going on, because I want to get some lime. So like I said, we are going to be looking for the stalactites and stalagmites to get some lime. I could continue along the lines of using the seashells. Now I've collected a few more seashells. Not many, but I've collected a few more seashells over there. So I've got 6 pieces of lime so far, and that I think that it might make one small piece of leather if I'm lucky, but it's such small quantities and stuff. I don't think it's gonna be worthwhile. Trying to do the whole entire process just with 6 pieces of lime. We do have the tanning already set up, weak tanning and strong tanning, so we're all raring to go that side. Excellent stuff. But yeah, it's just a lime water. And again, I know we have found borax, and you can make leather with borax, But again, we're facing the same conundrum yet again. Where is that borax, by the way? Is it over here? No. Maybe, is it over here? There we go, borax. Yeah, so we're facing the same thing again. Borax, you need a higher tier pickaxe. Unfortunately, you know, you can't mine it with just a normal copper pickaxe. Which kind of makes it a little bit redundant, you know. But anyway, I digress again. So we're gonna do some caving today. We're gonna mine out some stalactites and stalagmites. I'm not too sure where there's any caves around here and stuff, but we've got some decent amount of food. Let me put my charcoal away. I cooked up a massive bunch of it because I wanted to have plenty. We've got a decent amount of copper. I picked up some more copper again, and you can go as well. Don't want you. Actually, do I want you? Actually, I might take you. It's a good thing. It's a good use of stacking up, I suppose. Right, we got a pickaxe on me. I don't think I have another pickaxe, do I? No. Pretty sure that's dead. That pickaxe. Right, so I am going to basically wander off into the distance. No. I'm just going to find a cave somewhere we can go downwards, and I'll bring you back. Okay? See you all in a second. So sorry for the darkness. It is a little bit later on in the day now, but we're now in September, by the way. So it is only 7 o'clock, but like I said, we are in September. So yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me. So I think I found an area. I want to at least try to find a cave. Usually these types of areas have some sort of cave system going downwards. I'm just very red clay. Loads of red clay around here. I'm very conscious of the fact that we're like going into like a little area here. Yeah, because of the way the map is actually generated, it's a bit difficult to find caves, to be honest. And I have to be careful, obviously, birds and stuff. It seems basically I get the odd wolves, but I seem to be having more birds than I do wolves. So yeah, that's the thing. I might as well pick the sticks up whilst I'm here. To be honest, I think best bet. I think it's just to dig straight down, but I don't want to waste my pickaxe. Let's go inwards. I think. Let's keep the old sword out. Let's see if we can find a little bit of a cave system, eh? Wow, it's dark. Oh, mushies, almond mushrooms, eh? But I think I'm going to have to just go straight down. Let's go straight down. I'm sure we'll hit a cave system. He says. So I had to move areas that literally led nowhere and stuff. So I managed to basically come down here and stuff. And geez, I was lucky. I landed here. And basically that's the hole that we came down and stuff. I didn't take any damage, but wow, it could have been a lot worse. I'm going to crouch because I'm guessing that would kill me. Yes, that's a long way down. So the type of stone we've got around here, we've got some andesite, we've got some slate. Slate makes nice roofs. I just want to check up here. That's a little nosy. I'm hoping basically that it's bright enough that it comes out on camera for YouTube. That's a dead end. So we've got conglomerate, slate, and andesite. Now, we've not come across any of the, I think they call them spear lifts, I think. Or what I call basically stalactites and stalagmites. We do have this. Oh, this is beautiful. Gotta get a screenshot of this, methinks. Right, so you can go away, and then you can go. Lovely, beautiful. Always nice. It's a shame you can't transplant them. I've always felt that. Can you hear the echo? This is new for 121, I think. Because I think if a mine as well. Yeah. How cool is that, eh? It's lovely. It's a lovely addition, I think, because it helps create more atmosphere. Now, something to be wary of, I'm pretty sure. So we don't have drifters, and we don't have the Boatones, and we don't have the shivers. I'm pretty sure locusts are still a thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are. Right, there we go. We got our first stalactite. Now, supposedly, if I break this, yeah, looks like it's just straight up. I don't know how far it goes up. There we go, limestone, which I think is really, really nice. It's a really, really nice mod. I like this mod. What I will do in my description, I will actually put a link to all the mods I'm using. That way, basically, if you want to download the same ones, you can do. It's nice and simple. I don't think I'll get it from that. No, I won't get it from that, but definitely from that. Remember basically which way is out, so that way is out. A little nose up here. It's a big old cave, I must admit. So one thing about Homo sapien that I really do approve of, basically, is like you can go caving and it's just caving. It's just, you're just basically looking for stuff. I know that's not how a lot of people like to play it and stuff, but I like to play it that way. So we need to collect as much lime as much limestone as possible. What's that? Oh, saltpeter. Oh, definitely take some saltpeter. So that can be used for your crops. What's that? Happy days. Once you stop looking, it's literally handed to you on a plate. So we just need some bismuth. We do need to mix this with zinc to make, obviously, the bismuth bronze. But zinc we can get from actual panning. It's not that difficult to get. You know, you pan a stack of it, you'll get enough of it. This is rich quality as well. Look at that, eh? 2 birds, 1 stone. Actually, before I take it all, let's uncover this and let's take a picture, eh? Got to get my thumbnail game in, yeah? There we go. We'll do you, and then we'll do bismuth. So, okay, we don't have a lot of durability in our pickaxe. We've got, what have we got? 113. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. I don't have another pickaxe, sorry, but obviously this means we can move into tin bronze now, and obviously that was one of the stumbling points. This is really nice. Because I do like caving. I do like caving, but the problem with caving is that unfortunately you do face the old mobs and stuff. Let's pillar up. There's a little room inside there, and yeah. So I wouldn't mind collecting some more saltpeter as well. So let me just bring up the actual. Bring up you. I'm typing saltpeter. So saltpeter, obtained by baking. Ingredients for time to make some bombs or a fertile garden. So it gives you more fertility for K crops. So your K crops are your flax, which is really nice, and a little bit of fertility for your N crops as well. But yeah, you can make it into bombs as well. But it's not what I want it for. Obviously, I want it for my actual flax. So you'll give it more oomph. I want a better word. Well, let's make you a little bit safer, eh? Let's do you there. So the bismuth was there. Any more around here? Let's have a little nosy up here. I think all down there is a chance to break my legs, so we won't go down there. We'll come back down here and we'll do some more exploring. See, a lot of people would argue basically that, well, this is not how the game is, supposedly made and stuff. But this is a setting, Homo sapien is an actual setting which you can actually click on. And this is what you get. You get a world without drifters or the striders and the boatones and stuff. And it's just a simple case of it's you against the world. Which I don't see any problem with that. It's quite a nice way of playing, to be honest. Oh, we've got another one here. Cool, we'll pick you up as well. Good stuff. There we go. We've got plenty of food on me. Oh, that doesn't go anywhere, so. Okay, well, we're going to try and going down here. Love the echo. The echo's fantastic, isn't it? It really does add something more to the game. The game's pretty awesome as it is, but when you have that echo when you're mining and stuff, it's like, oh, this sounds cool. I'm guessing it depends. Oh wow, because they didn't have it in that little area there. Maybe basically you only get it with, obviously, if you're in a bigger area. If you're in like a wide expanse, you would get more. Hey, more bismuth. Okay, we'll take another picture. Some more of it this time. Good stuff, huh? Happy days. So obviously, the more we can collect of this, the better it will be for us and stuff. I didn't bring my prospecting pics, which to be honest, I really should have done. To be honest, it would have made a lot more sense. Let's get over to there. Yeah, I'm all rich again as well, so I want to mine all of this out. Hopefully the durability of my pickaxe will last. How much have I got? We've got 37. To be honest, I want a stack of limestone, so I might have to save some pickaxe for the remaining limestone I want to collect. But yeah, good little mod. It doesn't break the immersion of the game and stuff. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can get limestone from stalactites and stalagmites anywhere. I'm pretty sure it is a natural process. So yeah, I don't see a massive issue with this. And it's not everywhere as well. You don't get the stalactites and stalagmites everywhere. I'm sure I know they call them spear lifts or whatever, but I call them stalactites and stalagmites. Tights hang and mites don't. You can go there. I want you. Thank you. And a bit more. Well, I think that's everything. It's probably a little bit more underneath here. So what? Yeah, it's a tiny bit more. How much have I got? But I'm going to leave that because I'm going to mark it on the map. That makes more sense, isn't it? Smack bang in the middle of the water and stuff, but not to worry. So we're going to go for web and bismuth. And save. Oh, no. Pickaxe. There we go. So I'm going to save that because I want to save the rest of the durability for just so I can get a stack of lime. It's a long way down, isn't it? I'm particularly going to take that much damage. Let's try to do you. How the hell am I going to get down from here? Don't particularly want to fall. Well, I thought some just want to fall. A big trumpet sounded. Okay, we're gonna have to find some way up there. I've got a couple of sticks on me. That looks like, yeah, that looks like the actual mantle. Let's come down here. Oh, it's basalt. Wow. Don't lose my way. My God, don't lose my way. Is it? Yes, there it is. Let's just make sure we know where we are. There we go. It's that way. Do I have it? I don't even have any torches on me. Really, really badly prepared. Let's get that piece there. Yeah. So it's just here. You could have an awesome underwater cave world, couldn't you? You need a lot of light, though. I mean, a lot of light. It's 50, just a little bit more. I'm sorry, basically, it's so dark for you. But if it helps, it's really dark for me as well. Some more bismuth. No, we're not going to touch the bismuth. Oh. Well, I suppose it can be nice decoration. Because I can't trade with it. So we're back up. Let's try down here. Now, obviously, if this was in any other game mode, we would be swamped by, you know, the drifters and every other mob in the game. The two-headed drifters and a lot of saltpeter here. Good stuff. It's more the merrier, say, yeah? More the merrier. Well, I think we'll start heading back upwards again. Because, like I said, I don't want to get lost. He says, as he thinks he's lost. I could get lost anywhere, mate. I could get lost in a square room. Is it that way? I think it's this way. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we'll head up a little bit. I think that's the safest option. Let me do just a couple of ladders. Don't need a lot, just a couple of ladders. When push comes to shove, I can always make some walls to pillar up on. You can see from the map, we are actually quite high up. We've actually uncovered a nice big point here, which is quite nice. We're all the way down here. We're up. That's our base, and that's where we are. So a little bit of traveling to do. But yeah, I should be back to a base in no time at all. What time is it at the moment? It is currently plenty of time in the day left. Rightio, I'll see you back at home. So I think that should do us for today. See about the aerial shots, really quite nice. I would go higher, but it distorts it. But yeah, I think that's going to do us for today. Basically, look out next week. I'm changing formats this week. There should be a few extra videos, and genuinely there should be a few extra videos. But I'm changing the format a little bit, so just keep a lookout for my videos. That's all I'm saying, basically. And it's going to follow a different type of format. You'll understand when you watch it anyway. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today. We've got the bismuth, we've got the limestone, we've got saltpeter, which is a lovely added benefit, to be brutally honest. That could help, obviously, with the flax. And just all in all, just a really good trip out, and we've got some really important resources. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, please do me a favour and just basically give me a little like. I always read the comments, so leave me a comment for anything basically that you may have noticed or may have picked up on, or maybe something that I've missed and stuff. I always answer pretty much every single comment that I get. And yeah, the usual stuff. Membership is still turned on. And subscriptions are free. They've always been free, and they will always probably stay free on YouTube. But yeah, I think I'm just going to do it, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Alrighty, guys. Bye for now. Bye.